Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Sonic, and this is once again the BC Podcast. Sorry for being a little bit late. We had some technical difficulties on the last one, so we have to re-record it, sadly. But today, there is no Deus. He sadly is very, very sick. But we do have a person joining us. Would you say hello? Okay, yeah, he's just quacking. Would you mind saying hello, you quacking person?
Hello.
Yes, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am the mighty bear of the north.
He is Berserker, the quacking bear.
Aye,
aye. Yeah, Deus isn't going to be joining us today as he is very, very, very sick. And I'm just, like, at the halfway point of a very bad flu, so... let's move on to the first topic of the day, which is the games that we've been playing recently.
I play video games? Oh, I do. I think I played this thing called D&D. You know, it's a very new game. It's, like, blockbuster level, better than Fallout 4 in every way.
No, yeah, he plays D&D. I couldn't make the last D&D game that I was supposed to be in. No, is that all you've been pretty much playing?
Yeah, I play that, a bit of Binding of Isaac like usual. What else do I have? Yeah, and that's about it. Yeah,
I've just been sticking to my norms as well, which is Factorio, a little bit of Minecraft, and about 20 or 30 hours of YouTube every day. Or not every day, every week.
All day, every day.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
The first topic that we're going to bring up, actually, is Finding Dory. Ooh. And our opinions on all the trailers and all the... our opinions on all the content that has been released for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, now, I don't know about you, but I'm hyped as shit for this one.
I am. It's coming out June 29th, I believe? June 17th. June 17th. It is the sequel to the 2003 Finding Nemo, which is why I myself am hyped as shit. Because this is like... Okay... Whenever Pixar does a sequel, unless it's Cars, they do it well.
Unless it's Cars, they do it well. I agree with you there.
But yeah, so Finding Dory is definitely going to be an interesting one to say the least. I'm already looking forward to it because all the original voice cast has come back. I think the voice of Nemo came back for this one. I'm not sure. But I know the voice of Marlin and Dory came back. I mean, Ellen DeGeneres, she isn't going anywhere for the next, 50 years. I mean, she's 60, but she's got enough pizzazz in her that she's going to live on to be 180 and still look like she's 30. Because fucking cover girl.
Alright, so I actually have an idea, actually. What if you replaced, freaking Nemo's voice with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Now that would be something to watch.
That would turn it from Finding Nemo to Finding Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, come on, get to the boat. Come on, touch the boat. Yeah, no, now. You gotta get there.
Get to the chopper.
Come on, get to the chopper.
I'm not a good... He's the quacking Schwarzenegger impressionist. Do Arnold Schwarzenegger quacking. It just sounds like a quack.
It's just a quack.
Either way.
This is a really muscular quack.
Quack. Whack. Now it just sounds like we're going... Now it just sounds like we're Gunter from Adventure Time. Whack. 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 Whack.
Come on, get to the chopper. Whack. Whack. I can't do it.
Wank. Wank. Sounded like he said wank. Wank. Wow, keep it in your pants, Schwarzenegger.
I'm sorry.
Oh god, nothing is ever going to be able to top Schwarzenegger quacking and saying wank.
Wank.
Wank!
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 Come on, get to the wank! It's over
What?
there!
Why did I turn Australian for that last one?
Crikey.
Holy crap! Oh, crap. It's gonna sound incredibly racist, but when is a podcast not incredibly racist?
Good point.
You know what? I'm not even gonna attempt my Australian anymore. I tried it last night, and it didn't work so well.
Hey, you guys want to see my Australian accent?
Sure. His accents are just slightly differently sounding words.
Of course, I am a master linguist in Duck.
You're a master linguist. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't speak any language either. Yeah. What do you think so far about Finding Dory without seeing the movie yet? What do you think it's going to be?
I think that Dory's gonna get fucking lost again, and then we're gonna have to go find her ass. And then that one, you remember like the chick that like always shook up the fish and like killed them?
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna come back as like a supervillain, like Arnold times like 5.
She's
like
going
extremely buff.
She's going to come back, be a teenager, and be like pissy as all shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pissy as all shit, still has the braces and everything, and she's just going around like 2 bags of fish in each hand, shaking them, shaking them like she's got vibrators everywhere.
Come on, kill these fish.
It just sounds like she's like operating in an M60. This is the most sound effect filled podcast. Well, say sound effect filled 5
sound
times.
Effect quack.
Sound effect quack. Quack 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 quack.
Quack quack
Quack.
quack.
All right, let's not
That's
go.
enough quacking.
Yeah, let's not turn into ducks and start going quack.
Oh, I could. That's like my final form.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah, I have 300 other forms. They're all just slightly more powerful with slightly bigger hair.
Super Saiyan level 299. I'm at my final form, and his hair is just as big as a fucking skyscraper, and he is literally just a head, 2 hands, 2 feet, and a ball of muscle.
And finally has like a goatee or something.
Yeah, and he's just like forced a goatee. And he's just rolling around. He can't even like move anywhere. He's just like rolling around. Then he hits level 300 and he just pops and hair explodes everywhere.
Pop.
You know, it's just... And then you just see Goku hair fly around the world.
And that's how Goku died. The end.
Goku died like the 28th time. But yeah, what do you think of like all the released footage and everything of the movie?
Finding Dory?
Mm-hmm.
It's all basically the same. They're all in... Okay, spoiler alert here, guys. But they're all in water. Like, when I figured that out, I, like, popped a blood vessel. I was so angry.
You were so angry.
They
You
were
were like...
They're so, like, they're biased towards water. It needs more land. It needs more air.
Actually, there's an entire part of the movie, just from the trailer that I've seen, where an octopus tries to escape.
Good point.
Which actually coincides with a recent event. Well, not recent. This happened like a month ago, but I believe it was at a Swedish aquarium. What happened is one of the octopi that they had there apparently escaped.
Kind of James Bond?
Not James Bond style, but it escaped as in it jumped out of its like little habitat, made its way over to a piece of drainage that went out to the sea and actually fucking escaped. And that actually happens in Finding Dory, and they didn't put that in the movie because they didn't know that was going to happen. So something tells me that octopus saw an early screening of Finding Dory and was like, "Viva la revolution!"
You know what I could see happening? You know what that actually reminds me of?
What?
Like Octodad. In the
Octodad, Dadliest Catch.
Deadliest Catch.
Wank. Wank.
The sound effect film.
Wank.
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 Wank. Alright, either way, moving on from
here.
our wanking. That's a joke. I'm guessing you have no idea what the word wanking means.
Hold on, let me look it up real quick.
Don't Google it.
Too bad. Too late.
Alright, have fun with it.
Wanking.
Not W-E-N-K, it's W-A-N-K-I-N-G.
Typically of man, masturbate.
Yep.
Why would you make me look something like this up?
Because you say wank every time and it sounds like you're just saying wank.
And I'm looking at like Google Images, and you don't want to know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this is like PG-13 levels.
I'll see if I can't get John to put a screenshot. No, I won't do that. I don't want to scar the children that watch this by putting a screenshot of the Google image search of wanking.
Alright, all I see is just like a really skinny man with like a really skinny arm, and his right arm is just extremely buff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna assume that's what it is.
Yep, that's what happens when you wank. You get really strong arms.
Yeah, this is why you work out with both arms and not just one. You'll become like a...
This is why you don't skip leg day, kids.
yeah, don't become a mugshot from Sly Cooper.
Either way, yeah, so first impressions from the trailer, from me, I think that the movie is going to be really good. But I'll just have to wait until June to find out. What do you think of the movie?
What do I think of the movie?
From the release content. Do you think it's going to be good?
I remember watching the first movie when I was a kid.
Cough, 6 years ago.
Yeah, this is like back in my day.
Back in your day. I'm like literally like 4 months younger than you. Can't say it's back in your day.
Oh, I'm going to. It's
back in my day.
Back in my day,
we had 4 hoops. One of them was on fire, and one was a woman's vagina. You couldn't tell the difference. She had so many STDs. The next topic is going to be Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
Yeah, Call of Booty.
I
wish I could have Noah on for him to pretty much... Well, I wish I could have him on so he could pretty much say his opinions on the matter, but from what he told me in a private conversation, he said that that before now, which they leaked an image pretty much showing that Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is getting a remaster that's getting included with the actual game. Before he said that he actually was spot on with the price points with everything. Like, he said it was going to be $60 or $70 for the basic edition without the remastered COD 4. With the COD 4, it's going to be like $120 or something, but he got that spot on because, if I'm right, that's how much it is. But, yeah, the next game is going to be Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which I think it kind of weird that Infinity Ward named the next game that they're making Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. They're pretty much naming a game after themselves. But, they're going to be releasing the game as well as the ability to buy a Legacy Edition, which includes the remastered COD 4. Do you have any opinion on this, Mr. Quacker?
Let's see. Do I have any opinions? I'm looking at my gaming shelf over here, and I see, like, Sly Cooper 1, 2...
I may have
3,
to borrow
Infinite.
Sly Cooper... I may have to borrow Sly Cooper 1 from you.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, I have always loved that game, but what I'm getting at here is we got how are they gonna make a? Okay, I just kind of find it funny how we have sequels these days of, like, let's say like Witcher 2, for example.
Yeah.
We got Witcher 1, 2, and then we just got Infinite. Are
No. We have Witcher 3 now.
Witcher. Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, The Witcher 3. If I'm right, then it's The Witcher 3, and it came out like last year, like March of last year, and the like second DLC for it is coming out.
Well, I need to go buy it right now. I got my wallet in hand here. Wallet, go get him.
Throws his wallet at wall, bounces off. Bad wallet, you're supposed to fetch.
Wallet, I trained you for this. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, sir.
But that's what I'm getting at here. Like, naming names for games have kind of gone down in the years. Like, if you was to ever make a name for a video game, what would you name it? Without copyrighting someone else.
The Dance Without the Pants 4.
On second thought, you're a genius.
No, well, still, there are plenty of good names and plenty of good IPs that need sequels. Like Black for the Xbox. That's a first-person shooter that just about everybody that I've asked on the matter that's played the game has agreed. That game is fucking kick-ass. And I mean, I have the game on the original Xbox. It came out on the PS2 as well, but if I'm right, yeah, you got slightly better video quality and audio quality coming out of the Xbox. But I don't have the PS2 version yet, but I might get that. But it's apparently the company that developed on it doesn't want to make a sequel, even though it would probably be one of the most sold first-person shooters of the modern generation, because Call of Duty is getting a little bit too... It's getting a little bit too saturated. Like,
yeah, I agree with you.
You can only do the same game so many times before people get mad at it. Like, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is going to be almost literally Advanced Warfare, but in space. That is almost literally the concept of everything that has been released so far. So unless there's like some game-changing mechanic other than like anti-gravity and low gravity, then that's pretty much going to be useless because we got low gravity on fucking Moon.
Like I can see what you mean here. But what I've seen by every I've only played one Call of Duty game. I think that was Black Ops 2 or something. With a friend of mine back in the day.
Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Ghost, Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3, and Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, and I think I got 4 as well. I haven't gotten to try any Advanced Warfare yet, or fuck Infinite Warfare. I mean, that shit's not coming out till November.
But yeah, the reason why I have not actually bought any of the newer games of them is for one reason only. They're all basically the same. Except for, maybe, slightly higher quality, or, whoa, I can now throw a grenade at people. Cool. You could do that in other games.
Yeah, that was, well, no... The only thing that I think made Advanced Warfare worth money for the people that I've asked about it that hate the game is they said that the exosuit was the main selling point of it.
Yeah, you gotta have a good selling point to a game.
Yeah.
By what I've seen, yeah. You get what I mean, though.
I mean, PsyOps. That was a game for the original Xbox that I will eventually be doing a series on. It was also released on the PC, but the Xbox version has toned down graphics, but the engine runs literally just the same. That game, it had a massive selling point of you could levitate objects, people. You could. It pretty much kind of had a karma system before Infamous Infamous did. With Infamous, you could choose, a karma path, and it would unlock new abilities and stuff. But, with PsyOps, you could choose to go for a non-lethal kill, or you could try and go for a sneaky lethal kill that gives you more juice, or you could go for a non-lethal kill that gives less juice, or whatever the fuck it was.
Juice.
Yeah, just mind juice. Mind juice. But yeah,
it's kind of
it's got a good selling point because it's got an amazing engine. You get to play with fucking pyrokinesis, telekinesis, psychokinesis, astral projection. I think you got to play with a little bit of aquakinesis or whatever it was, the ability to move water with your mind. But I just remember hydrokinesis. That's what it is. But I just know I didn't get really that far into the game on my lonely playthrough of it, but I know that it's got an amazing selling point of you can fucking move people and throw people at other people. Plus, I unlocked a sandbox mode pretty much after like completing the first mission, and using cheats, you can unlock the ability to have every ability in the game. Well, in that sandbox mode, you can infinitely spawn enemies and everything and just fuck around for hours on end.
Okay, that sounds pretty fun right there.
Yeah, and you can spawn just about any enemy in the game as long as you've encountered them at least once in the game.
Yeah.
Well,
that sounds pretty cool.
And because I stopped like really early on in the game, I didn't really unlock anything more than like the base 2 enemies. And it's still fun because you can like make them forget that you were ever there. I believe it's been a while since I played, so I may be wrong.
These are not the Jedi you're looking for.
Not Jedi mind tricks. Not Jedi mind tricks. But yeah, a game has to have a selling point, and unless Infinite Warfare can prove that it has a selling point other than space and new Call of Duty game, then I think that its sales are going to flop and people are just going to buy the Legacy Edition for the remastered COD 4.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's a quick question to you. Well, what is the stupidest selling point you have ever seen in a game?
Stupidest selling point? Movie tie-in. End of story.
Movie tie-ins.
One of the few movie tie-ins that I have of games, I think I only have like 2 or 3 in total, but one of them is the Wii version of The Last Airbender.
Oh no.
Yeah, that game is a glitchy mess. I mean, I 100%ed, this was like 6 or 7 years ago, but I 100%ed the game on hard mode in like 2 sittings. So it's a short... It actually shows a whole lot more of the world than the movie does, and in my opinion, the voice acting is terrible in it. But if they had like if the movie had followed what they had done in the game, only like in the style choices and everything, which is it's based off the movie, I think it would have been a better movie if they had gone for the narrative that it had tried in The Lost Airbender, in The Last Airbender. Mm-hmm. If they had gone for, if they had tried to be a little bit tiny more like the game, and it could have turned out to be a slightly better movie. I mean, it wouldn't have been the absolute, like, I think it's like 2% on Rotten Tomatoes that it is.
2%? Oh, God. Okay, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think, to put it this way, Hook is a 39%. Batman versus Superman is like 27%.
I have not seen that movie yet, but I've heard mixed opinions about it.
I've heard everything from it's an absolute waste of time and money to watch it, but don't base it like it's a Batman versus Superman film. Base it like it's an action film, not a Batman versus Superman film. Because, yeah, if you just take out the fact that any, like, DC characters are in there, you've got, like, a base action movie that's like a 2-star B movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
But if you see it as a DC movie, then it's a pile of absolute shit.
I remember when the first trailer for it came out and stuff.
And it was
I
actually so epic and everything.
Yeah, it was so epic. I was like, oh yeah, we have Batman versus like freaking Superman and stuff, like freaking punching each other.
Oh,
and then
massive spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Batman wins. I mean, he could have literally killed Superman in one go because he has a fucking spear made of kryptonite. A fucking spear made of kryptonite, and he doesn't use it to... No, he doesn't kill him. Doomsday kills him. Doomsday shows up, and he's like a mixture between the DNA of Lex Luthor and shit. My brain just kind of farted, mainly because Discord text-to-speech is still enabled on a server of which I taught the people to use text-to-speech.
Mm-hmm. Like, I love it how whoever made this movie probably did not actually look into the facts of these people, because in all honesty, Batman has already
Zack Snyder is the guy you're thinking of.
Yeah, that guy. Batman has already made items to where he could kill the entire Justice League by himself, aka the League Buster.
I mean, Batman and Iron Man are pretty much like the most paranoid fuckers ever. I mean, Iron Man has a suit in the all new, all different Marvel universe, the ANAD universe, that can literally be any of his armors. Mm-hmm. It's made. It's. I don't even remember the tech behind it, but I remember that it can be the Hulkbuster suit, or it could be the Thanos Buster suit. It could literally kick the ass of anybody. I mean, during one of the panels, it's a fucking flying car, and then it turns into the suit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you can kick the ass of anybody and everybody, and you could do it alone, too. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is why Batman was the god of knowledge in the I can't even remember the storyline that it was, but and that's why Iron Man is part of the Marvel Illuminati.
The Marvel Illuminati.
Okay, the Marvel Illuminati is Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, Black Panther, Captain America, and Iron Man, and the leader of the Inhumans. I can't remember his name, but they pretty much make the big decisions. Mm-hmm. Apparently, during one of the most recent, the last big storyline before the Marvel NAD line was something that was crap. I just remember that like the multiverses were colliding, and I remember the absolute highlight of it being that Captain America was forced to remake the Infinity Gauntlet to try and prevent the universes from colliding, but he died because of the sheer amount of power.
Oh yeah, and with the Infinity Gauntlet, you just win everything.
Yeah, well, no, he lost. Mm-hmm. He died, and he wasn't able to keep the multiverses from colliding. And the Infinity Gauntlet is infinite fucking power. But what happens is that after their moral anchor dies. Iron Man makes a bomb that literally disintegrates an entire universe. Doctor Strange makes a spell that can disintegrate multiverses, multiple universes. The leader of the Inhumans pulls one of the most powerful mutants out of a holding cell. To put it this way, he's an Omega level mutant. And most of the Omega level mutants can literally control the entirety of reality. All multiverses, all universes. That's like the 4 or 5 Omega level mutants.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like Thanos on crack or something like that.
It's like Thanos, but he has 10 versions of the Infinity Gauntlet, and he has 10. It's like Thanos, but 20 or 30 times as powerful.
Yeah.
It's just overpowered as all shit. And the thing is that one of these Omega level mutants is a 10-year-old boy under the care of Professor Xavier. At least it was before the ANAD line, but I don't know since then.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think we've gotten a little bit off track here. Yeah. What was our
Call
where
of
are we
Duty
at right now? Call of Duty.
I'm recording. Well, shit, we have to cut this part, but because my mom walked in.
All right.
Let's get back to the topic of Call of Duty. 3, 2.
Oh yeah. Did you hear about those 30 new skins that look exactly the same and work the exact same way?
Yeah. Actually, from what I heard from Noah from a Scrapped podcast, there's apparently a weapon that's getting added into the game that it's... there was something called Project or hashtag Blackout, which there's apparently like pay-to-win bonuses for Call of Duty. Literally, you pay... if you pay enough, then you have the ability to randomly get something like I think it's the HGK-50 or whatever it is, and it's like a 100 magazine gun that reloads as fast as a normal gun. It's as accurate as a sniper rifle. It shoots as fast as a honey badger, and it does as much damage as a knife.
Oh my god. This is a pay to win at its highest here.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like, I think he said, like, 30 or 40 people are confirmed to have it. It's just, like, so fucking rare, but, it's worth it if you put the money into it. I mean, you could almost literally instantly win a game. Mm-hmm. But it's banned from every tournament on Earth and everything like that.
It's like going into like a TF2 match with combining the minigun with the rocket launcher, and then having those rockets explode into knives that automatically seek out backs to stab. Kind of like that.
Only it's fully automatic.
Oh yeah, it's all minigun stats.
Either way, Call of Duty. What the fuck are you doing, Activision? What the fuck are you doing, brand name Call of Duty?
Quack.
Either way, the next topic that I wanted to bring up was...
Was Coughs R Us.
Yeah, we're talking about the Coughs R Us. The Fallout 4 Creation Kit. Mm-hmm. The Fallout 4 Creation Kit is an official modding utility made by Bethesda for Fallout 4. It's supposed to be to where people can make higher quality mods easier, and it also makes it to where people can make mods that are compatible with the console as well as PC versions of Fallout 4. So if you had like an Xbox One version of Fallout 4... The dogs are barking, so I've got to be quiet so I can cut this out.
My dogs are barking.
Let me go shut them up. Or no, it's not going to be worth it. Cut back in 3, 2, 1. One of the if you pretty much if you had the Xbox One version of Fallout 4, then you could load up the Bethesda modding downloader for the Xbox One, which all mods for the Xbox One and I think PS4 are coming out next month. But you could just load up a little thing that would let you download mods. But on the PC, it's Bethesda.net. But pretty much, it's supposed to help modders make higher quality mods way easier. I think that on a good and bad side, it's more good than it is bad, but it still has a lot of bad behind it. Do you want to have any input on this, or should I just explain this to you?
I'm not really much of a modder myself, so I don't really know very much about this kind of stuff. So would you kindly explain this in layman's terms? Lame terms.
Okay.
Lemon terms.
To put it this way, it is hard as shit to mod anything that isn't PC.
I kind of figured that much.
Yeah. I think the easiest to mod console, just as adding mods to games, are the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance, because there's plenty of like ROM hacks and everything for it. The Nintendo 64, God no. I mean, people are still figuring out how the fuck the Nintendo 64 works, and the console is almost 20 years old.
Back in my day.
We had cartridges that smelled like shit, but we played on them anyway.
And if you wrote on them enough, they'd work.
We couldn't tell if they had chlamydia or something. We just assumed that they smelled like shit. Yeah, it's the Game Boy Advance, but that's just because of the amount of ROM hacks that exist for it. But for Fallout 4 to have the ability to where mods are cross-playable means that quest mods that are playable on the PC are playable on the Xbox One and possibly the PS4. I have no idea about the PS4 edition. Mm-hmm. But it would mean that, my PC is getting repaired or something, but I want to still play this mod that I've recently heard about. Okay, I'll load it up on my separate save on my Xbox One. It is the first game to offer cross-platform compatibility with official mods. It is the first and only that I know of. There's already a modding community for Fallout 4 before the modding tools came out. There was already a modding community, but all they pretty much were like retextures, and that's pretty much it from what I can remember. I think that was actually all that was pretty much added, was retextures, new clothing, and new weapons. But with the creation kit, you can apparently make like new buildings, you can make new entities, you can make new buildable items, you can make new everything, you can make quests and everything, which the first official quest mod, or not official, but the first quest mod is done by the almost master of quest mods from the Skyrim modding community, TrainWiz. He put his modding talents to the table when it came down to Fallout 4 modding, and he made something about trains and underground subways and stuff, but it was still a really cool mod because at one point a train actually like whizzes past you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
True to his name, TrainWiz.
So can I finally make myself a girlfriend?
What?
Can I finally make myself a girlfriend?
Yeah, that's actually part of the DLC.
Oh no!
No, it's not even mods yet. But I can tell you right now that mods are gonna add in like the ability to make mannequin bots. But no. One of the DLCs, Automatron, it lets you create and customize your own robots using bits of other robots. Like you could make a sentry bot that has a Mr. Handy head. Or you could make a sentry bot that's floating because it's using a Mr. Handy chassis.
Mr. Handy chassis. Okay, that's pretty good.
Or there was a robot, or I doubt you've played any of the other Fallouts. Have you?
I played 3 in New Vegas.
Okay, so you know about the Mr. House bot, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can, thanks to mods, you can actually make those. You can actually make those robots. But you can make, like, your own Assaultrons, your own Mr. Handys, your own iBots. You can make your own everything. You can make your own Robo-Brains, if I'm right.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, if only I can have myself a robotic Deathclaw that shoots lasers.
That's another one of the DLCs. Wasteland Workshop. You can actually tame Deathclaws.
Okay, that sounds pretty either overpowered or really good.
Well, they only stay at your base, and they require a shit ton of resources to get, and it's locked behind Animal Friend and something. It's locked behind 2 skills that aren't pretty much only useful for that.
But if you get it, what type of dumbass would walk into your camp and try to steal your shit?
Nobody.
No one.
Because they would immediately have their heads bitten off by an alpha male Deathclaw. Because apparently you do actually have a rare chance to spawn legendaries and everything, and they'll stay legendary. So imagine setting out a Deathclaw trap and it become a legendary alpha male Deathclaw level 100 or some shit.
With chameleon shit on it.
No, I don't think it has the chameleon stuff.
I think I've actually seen Deathclaws with the chameleon stuff, and that looks pretty cool.
I haven't seen that yet, but I'd have to look into that. But that would literally be the most over fucking powered thing. I mean, nobody would fuck with your base because all of a sudden there would be the most powerful entity in the game, minus the Mirelurk Queen. just staring them in the face like, you better fucking not.
Yeah, you better.
But you can also
my
summon
pond,
cats to
motherfucker.
your base now. To your bases in Fallout 4.
Can you summon a duck?
No, there are no ducks.
Darn.
I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody will add them through mods, but
No, that'd be pretty cool. Just having like a duck on hand with like, I don't know, like duck
I
things.
prefer a cat instead. Either way, the only bad side that I see to this the only downside that I see to the modding utility being added at all is that people are going to mass fucking produce mods. Like, it's going to be where people are going to make so many, like, itty-bitty tweaks, and they're going to be, like, their own individual mods, that if Bethesda has, like, Bethesda has some kind of a process that they go through to make sure that all the mods, like, have no nudity or profanity in it without it being, like, an official Bethesda mod, then, yeah, if they're gonna have a process like that, then it's just going to like clog up the works when there's like 80 people submitting the exact same bug fix or the exact same skin or just a slight variation on a different skin or something.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It could get like too overcrowded, and like the actual good good
mod
good shit
would be like
lost.
lost.
Would be buried by be lost forever.
Yeah. So that's like pretty much my only worry about it. Otherwise, I say go on and fucking do this because we need mods on consoles.
Yeah, it'd be very nice because apparently like companies can be kind of lazy and they don't like to fix their shit. Not looking at any specific companies here, but
cough.
No,
we're just coughing in
like,
general.
But yeah, you
that wasn't coughing. That was turning into a zombie. Either way, like you were saying.
But yeah, I know people out there are actually kind enough to help fix some of these games.
Yeah,
I know that much. I know one guy single-handedly make the grass textures in Fallout a lot better or something like that.
Yeah, there's a retexture that makes every texture in the game 8K.
Yeah.
Which everybody knows how insane 4K is to run on computers, but 8K, holy shit, man. Like, there's only like 10 people on Earth that have the ability to run that mod at max settings, as well as have an 8K monitor to even play it on. So there's like 10 people on the planet that can even use that mod. But still.
Yeah, that'd be pretty insane.
Yeah, I mean, apparently from what I've heard... Oh, yeah, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about.
Uh-huh.
Do you know the original Mirror's Edge?
Yeah, I know the original Mirror's Edge.
Well, the Mirror's Edge Catalyst, the beta for it is an open world version of it, more or less.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Like, we'll have online support.
Yeah, well, it does, but it's in the form of like ghosts that you can see of other people. But the review that I got, watched coming out of Nerd Cubed, he said that it's pretty much the original Mirror's Edge, but with a lot of open world guff thrown into it.
Oh, no.
So it's possible that they may have slightly almost ruined Mirror's Edge.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, and Deus probably would have been like yelling at me saying, "Oh, don't put your review in for a game if you haven't played it yourself." And then I would say, "Yeah, you played it. Give us your opinion." Oh, it sucked.
Oh, it sucked.
No, but he did get into the beta apparently, but.
Oh, okay.
He does. He hasn't told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
But excuse me. I think we've pretty much run out of things to talk about. Now, because the podcast that you and your brother were introduced with got scrapped for now, it will eventually be uploaded, keep in mind. But why don't you tell the people what kind of content you're going to be producing?
Alright, so with my flexing ability, I will be able to graciously give all of my viewers inside looks on games that otherwise would not have been covered in normal media.
He'll show you.
What I'm getting at
he'll
here
show
is,
you every duck in every game he's ever played.
Yeah, like what I'm getting at here is like, let's say you're having trouble in a game like something really obscure.
Something really obscure. Looks over at my shelf. The Incredibles: Rise of the Underminer.
Yeah, like that game. Like if you ever like playing that for your first time, you're like, oh god, I need to get past this boss. But then
the game's actually really fucking easy. But a better example is Spectrobe's Origins.
Yeah, like that game. Like you like looking online and stuff to find a walkthrough for it, but you can't find shit.
That, or it's an updated walkthrough, or it's either an outdated walkthrough, or it's just not a good walkthrough, or it's just like a pitch perfect type thing. He'll help you.
Yeah. And I'll also be doing that and challenge runs because, hey, I'm a masochist. I love to do really hard things in video games like Dark Souls, looks at shelf, Metal Gear Solid, and that kind of stuff. Really, and also speed runs. Really hard things. And also, I will be quacking in most of my videos. So if you hate quacking,
don't subscribe. Subscribe to the main channel. That would help out. No, also his brother, who
Knox?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. His brother Knox, he was going to be on this podcast, but he had other things to do.
Yeah, he's off there doing handstand push-ups while naked.
Yeah, his girlfriend is sitting there like, ooh.
Ooh, my. Oh, wow.
Yeah, either way, thank you for joining me this week.
Mm-hmm.
This will hopefully be up on either Monday or Tuesday. So, thanks everybody for listening in, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
See you next time, viewers.